Hey, it's Mark again, and I knew I said I wasn't going to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway because I'm a liar, fake, phony, and fraud. I got to talk about TNA this week because it was the weirdest show I've ever seen. Weird, but not bad, which is something that you generally see when things go weird and strange and you're not quite sure what's going on. It doesn't usually work this well, and for anything to work well at TNA is a bit of a show. So, without further ado, um, let's just start. Well, there was thunderstorms in Virginia last night, so my DVR cut off and cut back on during impact. So I joined in progress basically with the beautiful people and versus Hamada and Wild match, and it starts strange and it just keeps going strange. Not because the match was bad, because that's not strange at all. That's usual. That's business as usual, and not strange because they just put a tag team knockout straps on a team that's the only team which never wrestled before together that I know of, to face I don't know who. But because in the finish, Lacey Von Erich has a chair. Taylor Wilde drop kicks it into her face. We'll put air quotes on that because I don't think she hit the chair at all. They go down. Taylor makes the cover. Referee comes over to count. Lays on the chair to make the count. The, doesn't that show some sort of red flags? Don't you move it out of the way when you land on it? Not in TNA. So, next odd thing. The first time I think I've ever seen this, two teams come out next in the line for the Motor City Machine Guns and Beer Money is they come out and they do a promo on each other, face to face, right before a match. Don't attack each other to start off. Wait till the match. They're like talking. Talk. Break. Come back from the commercial. Bell rings and they start. That's unprecedented and it's strange and it's weird. Just an aside, this part is not weird, but beer money can basically work anywhere in the country, anywhere, any when. WWE, TNA, ROH, anywhere they want to go, they can go. They can work anywhere. They have that kind of skill to them at this point. Really smart gimmick match. And I don't say that very often. A lot of times gimmick matches are what they sound like. But this time you had a really intelligent spots and things going in a way that made logical sense. So Rude and Storm, they're like, oh, we can't. I'm too drunk to climb up there. Which I don't know why you did drunk before. You knew you had to climb something, but he did. And Rude is, I don't know, Rude's too big. I think they were going for Scared of Heights, but it never came up after that first time. It was like, I don't know that I'm going to be able to do that. So instead, they come up with ways to get Rude across without just doing the standard hand over hand thing. You got him on Storm's shoulders, walking across. You got him tight roping by holding onto the top galloway. And it works. It works in an effective manner for a guy who's like, I don't think I can do this. I'm going to try to find other ways of getting around it. And does. Now, he didn't win, and that's fine. But took some man-sized bumps in that. The pile up that Alex Shelley tried on the two guys by putting a submission hold on both of them and try to let Saban get across, good. The pull down into a reverse atomic drop, good. A lot of smart stuff going on there. Then in the back, going back to weird again, Lacey Von Erich gets crippled by being shoved. It's the most dynamic shove in the history of time. The Velvet Sky knocked her unconscious by shoving her into one of those big trunks in the back. And it's bad because they're bad, but it was just strange. So moving around along to something also strange, we have the Hogan versus Nash versus Jarrett versus Wolfpack's thing. And I'm not going to say that this is a bad angle because it makes no sense, because it doesn't. The motivations make no sense whatsoever, and they're mowing outside. How about that? But the best part though is Jarrett's working over Nash in a corner. And Sting has gotten in the ring and standing behind him. Jeff jumps off Kevin, turns around, and his field of vision clearly goes right past Sting. Grabs the chair, turns around. He's 2 feet within Sting. No lie, 2 feet. Doesn't notice him. I don't know. I think I might notice a guy in a trench coat, red face paint, and a baseball bat standing behind me. I know I'm focused on beating the hell out of the foot guy, but it's like, he's just like, where is it? I Sting! There he goes. Just keep going. It's like, what the? Strange. Gunny Sargent. Gunner and Murphy are back, so that whole thing last week wasn't a complete waste, I guess. They just don't like Mr. Anderson, and they're going to make him pay. What they're making him pay for, I don't know. But they're going to make him pay for something. And they still have their security jobs, despite the fact that they tried to beat up one of the talents last week. Thinks he's busy, I guess. I don't know doing what. So then we go to the street fight, which again, strange, but in a good way. Obviously, it's strange because Flair's coming out in the suit, and eventually gets stripped down to his underpants and one sock and one shoe, and that's strange. But it's oddly compelling, despite the fact that it's old man ass. So what? It's wrestling. They wear less every show. Jimmy Snuka wore that to wrestle in for years. Nobody cared. I don't care. I was waiting for him to pull off one of his loafers and beat Jay Lethal over the head with it. That's what I was hoping for. I didn't get it, but if you're going to come to a street fight in a suit, I'm all in. I'm okay. Good. It works for me. It's after having like 2 street fights in 3 weeks and having, one team wear their outfits and another wear jeans, and that's what Jay Lethal did. Why not? Why not? And the funny thing here is, again, it's a street fight. There's no DQ. Doug Williams still has to. They have to somehow hide Doug Williams' involvement from the referee. Why? You made a ruling earlier that Fortune, if they interfered, Flair would be suspended for whatever reason. But the referee didn't catch Doug Williams doing it either, so I don't know what difference it makes. And I see that they're obviously going to segue Jay into a project with Doug, and I think it's a bit of a step back for Jay. I think they're sort of let that momentum go out. Their upper card is kind of bulging anyway, but that's not what I would do. Then we have the last match, and yeah, Raven looks like shit. Raven looks like Axl Rotten. I was playing around trying to come up with guys he looked like. My favorite was Violent J of ICP has really gotten himself in shape for this. But no, it's Raven, and he looks like ass. And yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. So to sell their pay-per-view on a week with guys who you haven't even announced any matches, I don't think. Maybe 1 or 2. But you just had to beat the snot out of all of them at one time. By himself. Like, here comes Stevie for the save. No. Well, he's already beat up RVD and Dreamer at this point. So here comes Stevie. He gets beat up. Out comes Rhino. He gets beat up. Here comes Team 3D. Okay, okay, Raven's going to help, but he beats them up too. And then Sandman. And then comes Spear. And that's when my thing doesn't hit record anymore. Because I can't. I have to adjust it, so give me an extra 10 minutes just so I can catch the other ones. But I couldn't do that because I didn't have it to do that with no power. So, strange show, oddly compelling. Not bad for an Impact. Not bad at all. I'd watch that again, just for Bizarro factor. It's like the good parts of WCW Confusion. Anyway, see you next time. Bye.